You are listening to the People Station on greatdayradio.com.
Welcome to another Great Day Radio discussion. This is your host, DJ Tyler, and I have an all hands on deck for this podcast discussion. I would like to introduce our co-host, DJ Sophia, DJ DeMarie, DJ Mikey D, and DJ Bella. For this discussion, we are going to talk about keeping relationships strong and other related topics such as intimacy in a relationship. We will try and fit in callers' perspectives to spice up the conversations after these messages.
This is DJ DeMarie, and I want to take this time to talk about an organization called The Other Side Academy in Denver, Colorado. The Other Side Academy is a residential program that is free to men and women who have hit rock bottom and are ready to make a positive change in their life. This is a little over a 2-year commitment that provides peer-taught life skills, vocational training such as cooking, admin skills, and much more. According to Alyssa Garcia and Managing Director Lola Strong, their goals is to help those who are broken among us, whose lives are filled with crime, substance abuse, and homelessness. The organization's model is We Save Lives by Changing Behaviors. The Other Side Academy is a nonprofit organization. Find out how you can help contribute to their cause. Call 303-335-9488. That number again is 303-335-9488, or visit their website at theothersideacademy.com. Thank you all for showing your support and sharing the love. To continue to give you great discussions and great music, please continue to support our sponsors. Visit greatdayradio.com and learn how you can be a sponsor to any of our podcast shows, radio mixes, or discussions. Or call toll-free 1-800-674-9313. That number again is 800-674-9313. Thank you all for your support. We have another great set of cool music from country, rock, old school hip-hop to smooth rhythm and blues, and much, much more.
Welcome back to Love and Communication, the podcast where we will explore the highs and lows of relationships from both a male and female perspective. I'm DJ Tyler.
And I'm DJ DeMarie. Today, we're getting real about how to keep a relationship thriving through good times and bad.
This is DJ Mikey D. It seems like relationship has been a frequent conversation piece for me as of lately. Let's start off with the basics. Communication. This is the backbone of any successful relationship.
Hi all, this is DJ Bella. Absolutely. It's about being open and honest. Men often communicate differently than women. DJ Mikey D, I know you are currently going through relationship issues. First, would you mind touching bases on it later in this discussion? What's your take on communications in a relationship?
No, I don't mind discussing it later. I think much of what we discuss are some of the challenges I am dealing with. From my perspective, guys tend to be more straightforward, often focusing on solutions rather than feelings. We might not pick up on nonverbal cues or light bulb moments as easily, so it's essential for our partners to express needs clearly and directly. After all, we are not mind readers.
And on the flip side, women generally appreciate a deeper emotional connection. We often want to explore feelings and have discussions that can sometimes feel exhaustive to our male partners. It's important to find a middle ground.
Great point. Establishing a safe space for conversation can help. Making sure both partners feel heard and valued is key.
Exactly. It's also beneficial to set regular check-ins. Even a simple, "How are you feeling about us?" can do wonders.
I agree, DJ Bella. In my past marriage, I did often ask that same question. Many times it was, "I am happy and we are fine." The truth is, it was not. We'll hit more on that later. Now let's change up a bit and talk about the role of quality time. It can be easy to get caught up in daily routines.
Before we change up the topic, I do want to add to the communication discussion when it comes to communicating with our men. I was talking with my girlfriend who was just downing her man and using his words against him. What I told her was that she has to stop taking what he is saying and twisting it so it means what you believe it means. If you're unclear, just ask him. Here is my take on men and communications in a relationship. If he cares enough to share his heart with you and letting you know exactly what he needs from you, you got something special there. So instead of jumping to conclusions, instead of running it back in your mind over and over again, try repeating what he said back to him. Let him know what you feel like he means, and then ask him, is that what you mean? Yes, ladies, it's that simple. For example, here's what I heard him say. He said he loves you and he wants more physical activity. He explained that he feels closer to you when you guys are doing that on a regular. And not just that, just the physical touch period. Touching his hand for no reason at all, coming up behind him, giving him a hug, telling him how much you love him, getting cuddles. Here's the thing, when a man loves you, like that man loves you, ain't nothing wrong with letting that man know that your lap is his sanctuary, and he wants to be transparent. He wants to be honest with you, and he isn't going to do that with just any woman. It has to be a woman that he knows is not going to throw that in his face when she gets mad at him. Okay, I know I strayed a bit. However, communications in a relationship is so important on both ends. One thing in my conversation with my girl, she mentioned that he has proposed marriage counseling a number of times. She said she does not need it. I disagree.
Okay, back to quality time. I definitely agree. Prioritizing time together, whether it's a weekly date night or just cooking dinner together, helps strengthen the bond.
Yes, and it doesn't have to be extravagant. Simple activities like a walk in the park or a movie night at home can create those special moments. I am a homebody, so time where I can be relaxed and have great conversations works for me. Men are pretty simple like that.
But let's discuss the need for individual space, too. It's healthy for both partners to have their own interests and friendships outside the relationship.
Hey, this is DJ Amber. I had to chime in to add my 2 cents to this conversation. I do agree with you, I suppose. Okay, so for me, I have insecurities and trust issues when it comes to relationships. I admit it. While I know my husband does not mind me going out with other friends, I don't feel the same with him. Okay, so real talk, when I first met my husband, I was not sure of myself or if I wanted a relationship. In fact, as I have done in my past relationships, I tried sabotaging it. Fortunately or unfortunate, however you look at it, I ended up pregnant with my son weeks after he brought it to my attention of what I was doing to our relationship. In that journey, my husband asked for my hand in marriage. When I look back on it, I did not consider his feelings. However, he was a soldier and preparing for war, so I think he was doing what was best considering the circumstances. I do know that he loved me deeply then. Quite honestly, I did not think I was ready for marriage and was scared. To keep this short, while he was deployed to Afghanistan, he was taking on heavy losses with his unit. On top of that, he had to deal with my issues here in the States that ultimately could have impacted his Army career. When he came back, he was very angry, depressed, and was just not the same person he was when we met. As you all discussed communications, that is something we failed at horribly. In that time, he chose to run and other things happened that trust became an issue. I know he made a mistake, just like I made mistakes. I know he is sorry. When I look back on it, I never took accountability either. So over a decade later, I carry this on my shoulder. Hearing your conversations, I realize we have never tried getting counseling to deal with all of these issues. I know my husband loves me and will do anything to make sure we are a family and happy. The conversation you are having is touching and gets me thinking.
DJ Amber, that is a perfect transition to our next discussion on relationships. Now let's address conflict resolution. Disagreements are inevitable. DJ Mikey D, how do you typically handle arguments?
That's a great question. First, I try to avoid arguments as best as possible. Looking back, I think it goes back to our conversation discussed previously about how words get twisted. For me, I'm a very direct person. I say how I feel, and often it is without a filter. Sometimes I think it is taken as if I'm being insensitive and uncaring. It is far from the truth. In past relationships, this has been an issue, so I took on the mantra, happy wife, happy life, or something like that. I often go into isolation mode or quiet mode as the conversation is being deflected often. I think men accepts happy wife, happy life too easily. What I realize is that the mantra was never about love. It became a strategy to avoid confrontation. Keep her happy, keep her quiet, and keep the peace. However, peace built on silence is not peace at all. It is avoidance. You can only sweep so much under the rug before you trip over it. I think this mantra fails both men and women as it puts the wife on the pedestal as the better half while reducing the husband to a servant. I think I kind of went off point. To answer your question, I try to focus on resolving the issue for the most part, rather than proving a point. I believe it's important to listen actively and avoid saying hurtful things in the heat of the moment.
Wow, that was a loaded answer. I do agree that happy wife, happy life is an avoidance we women accept as being okay. That's a great approach. For women, acknowledging feelings can be crucial. Sometimes it's about validating each other's perspectives first before finding a solution.
Yes, and timing is everything. Picking the right moment to discuss issues can prevent a lot of turmoil. It's better to talk when both partners are calm.
Absolutely. And remember, it's okay to take a break during a heated argument. Just be sure to revisit the conversation later.
Let's wrap up with a key takeaway. Relationships require effort and understanding from both partners. It also takes reflection, ownership, and accountability of our past in order to thrive in the future with a relationship.
Yes, keeping the lines of communication open, spending quality time together, respecting personal space, and handling conflicts maturely are vital components.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Love and Communication. We hope you found some useful insights.
If you enjoyed this discussion, please subscribe, share, and leave us a review by visiting greatdayradio.com. Click on the Let's Talk button. We'd love to hear your thoughts and questions. Remember, love is a journey. Keep nurturing your relationship to enjoy the ride. Stay tuned for our next relationship discussion about men's health and intimacy.
DJ Sophia.
J. Bella.
And I am DJ Tyler. It was great throwing down with another great discussion. Like DJ Mikey D mentioned, if you have a topic you would like for us to discuss, visit greatdayradio.com and click on the Let's Talk button to leave a 60-second message. If you are interested in advertising with us, visit our advertising section to learn ways in which you can get exposure on our platforms.
I'm DJ Mikey D.
I'm DJ DeMarie.
This is Gina Marie, and you're listening to DJ Mikey D on Great Day Radio.